What's up, guys? How you doing today? Welcome to another episode of JDTVCo. And before I get started, like, comment, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications because we always do a live premiere and I answer all your questions while we're doing it. And it seems to be a lot of fun and guys seem to like it, so we want to continue doing it. Okay? Hey, Nick.
Yeah.
If a tree falls in the woods, does anybody hear it? Did it happen?
Yeah, why not? I had a teacher one time tell me that no. If
No?
no one's around to hear it, then the sound has nowhere to go. But I was like, that sounds absolutely ridiculous.
So the reason why I said if a tree falls in a forest and there's nobody there, does anybody hear it? Because if it wasn't for Torque Test Channel, do you think there'd be any kind of issues with that impact?
No. Some guy called us out yesterday on Instagram.
Called us out?
He was like, well, yeah, good thing you guys were shipping B-model impacts before any of this happened. And I was like, nobody had any idea about any of this until last Monday or Tuesday. So don't.
I should have used my crystal ball, Nick, right? If I had my crystal ball, then I would have known. The second we found out, we ceased all shippings of B models. And we had a bunch in stock. We still got a bunch in stock. And I'll tell you a little story. Yesterday, midway through the day, I jumped in a tool grabber and did some recon at the local Home Depot. And I went to customer service and I asked the very delightful lady, I asked her if she heard anything about a recall on Milwaukee. She said, absolutely not, sir. I said, are you sure? You know, it's a big buzz going on in the industry and it's all over the internet. She goes, no, nothing. I haven't heard anything. She said, we get all our notices every day and we look at them, and she goes, I haven't got anything. I said, okay. She says, well, the manager's right there. Why don't you talk to the manager? So I go over, talk to the manager, and I said the same thing to him. He goes, nothing that I know of. There's no recall going on. I said, well, I have a handful of B models, and from what I understand, you guys are willing to, and I'm not going to give them to him. I was just doing some research. I said, I have a few B models, and I'd like to get them changed out for the A models. He goes, I have heard nothing about this. He goes, can you show me what you're talking about? So we walk over to the Milwaukee aisle. On display is a B model. Now, conveniently, there was not another impact in the store. They were all gone. All the shelves were empty from impacts. So now he called over his manager and then another guy. And not one of these people knew anything about Milwaukee having a recall.
You were gone for a while.
I was gone for a while because I was doing some research and recon. And I said to myself, I said, the second I heard about this, I told you, I told Joe, I told my wife. We told everybody. We told you guys. And it's funny because Home Depot has got to be their biggest customer, right? They have to be.
There's no way they're not.
Oh, who would be even a close number two? Nobody. They got to be the biggest vendor they have. And for them not to be informed, it was crazy, in my opinion. But that's okay. We're here to take care of you guys the best we can. And I'm sitting on a bunch of I'm sitting on a bunch of half-inch impacts. And we got to figure out what we're going to do with them. We don't have a lot, but we got a few. Right? That's your job today.
My job.
That's your job. Okay. Find out what you're going to do with them, because if not, I'm giving them out as birthday presents or Christmas presents.
You could sell them as novelty items like the Trivis wrenches.
I can sell them as paperweights.
Break it and swap it out for a new
one. Oh,
one.
listen, I'm doing a little research, and my research will be completed this week, and I'm going to find out, because CP the Tool Addict, has a theory that this is a Home Depot issue, and that Home Depot is getting their own impacts. Okay? So, I don't know if it's true or not, but I've been saying it for years that Home Depot gets their own tools made with the same part number. And people have argued with me, whether it's a water heater or a furnace or a faucet. I mean, why not an impact? It's possible, right?
It's possible, but I mean, I think they were just mixed in with everything as well, too, though.
Well, like I said, my research will be complete this week, and I will get back to you. Okay? And I'm a little concerned. I'll tell you why. Do you remember back in the day when CP Tool, not CP the Tool Addict, CP Tool, Chicago Pneumatic, was a relevant company?
Yes.
Okay. And do you remember the one guy? He was the vice president, I believe, Harold. Harold always had a saying. He worked in the air tool industry for 100 years, and he worked for all the big companies. When I met him, he was an older guy. He was getting ready to retire. And we were, we became a good friendship with the guy. And he always said, he who has the best half-inch impact controls the industry. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and at the time, Chicago Pneumatic was fighting for number 2, and Ingersoll Rand was clearly the leader, right? Things have changed, and Ingersoll Rand, came out with a cordless tool line. Do you remember that, Nick?
Yeah.
Their first generation?
Yeah.
With the batteries, the ion battery.
There's guys that still use that stuff.
I know. They're good tools, but what happened was Ingersoll Rand came out with a great tool and apparently a shitty battery. And they discontinued it after a year and a half or 2 years and came out with their new system. And guys, especially guys like me, did not like it because we had all our customers with a model that they couldn't support anymore. So I don't know if you remember that, but I clearly do.
My time. I was only going to tool shows at that point.
I clearly do. But, and right now, Ingersoll Rand used to go to tool shows with me as a kid, and the Ingersoll Rand had the biggest booths. Joe's been to a few tool shows. The biggest booths, and they had the hottest chicks in too, right?
Yeah, they always had the prettiest models.
The prettiest models, and
it was Senorita Makita.
Her too.
Yeah, they had the Senorita Makita gimmick.
But
now does anyone even buy Makita anymore?
I don't think so, man. I mean, if you're a carpenter, maybe, but Anyway, listening. So Ingersoll Rand, I think they lost their foothold because everybody switched from air to cordless, and their cordless line, everybody had a little issue with them. Now you go to a tool show, Ingersoll Rand has one of the smallest booths. They used to have the biggest booth, free beer, free ice cream, free everything. Remember? Popcorn.
I haven't
right?
been to a tool show in a while, so I don't know.
Well, hopefully soon, Nick. Things are changing. We went to the Medco one not too long ago.
Yeah,
last year.
Yeah,
that was nice. Cool. Okay. So enough of that. So all I'm saying is I hope that Milwaukee can bounce back because there's a lot of mad. I'm not mad. I get it. I'm not. I don't understand why. Cost, I guess. I would never make a switch like that personally, but people do. I hope they can keep their grasp on the number 1 spot in the cordless tool industry, Nick, because if not, we're going to be seeing some yellow stuff on the shelves.
Or we're just going to go back to air tools.
Air tools. Okay? I like air tools.
We got a good connection with AirCat.
We do, right? We do. So maybe air tools. Maybe that's the new, and the Thor Impact is a beast.
Thor Impact. We got a lot of nice air half-inch impact.
Hey, listen, Torque Test Channel launched the Thor Impact, right or wrong. They launched it. And it went to the stratosphere. We sold hundreds of them, made a boot for it and everything. And again, if the Torque Test Channel didn't do the Thor Impact, nobody would know about it, right or wrong.
Probably not.
Okay, but they did, and it shot.
Astro's been making air tools for years, but.
But social media, the point I'm trying to make, social media can help you,
absolutely,
or hurt you,
definitely,
right? So you gotta be careful. It's if you make a good product and people just talk about it, it's good. But if you make a mistake and make a bad product and it's on social media, it's bad. And I'm glad that Torque Test Channel was there to get to the bottom of this and help us consumers, because at the end of the day, I'm a consumer also, and I know Milwaukee will make this right.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're taking everyone's impacts back. Apparently.
They're taking it. Well, they haven't taken any of mine back yet.
Yeah.
And I got a couple. And while I'm at it, let me give a shout out to my buddy G503. You know those guys?
Yeah. I'm using my mug too.
We got big fans. So I wanted to do an unboxing, but we had a crazy week. But Ron Fitzpatrick and Oregon.
Yeah.
Oregon. I always have to say Oregon has a Jeep place, and they sell Jeep parts. This guy is second to none in the business. When my order came in, there was catalogs, 2 cups, and what, Joe? Do you remember? Candy. But let me tell you something.
He's a big JDTCo customer too.
Big JDTCo customer, and we're big fans of him too.
We just bought a bunch of parts from him.
Yeah, we had a little break issue with our 1943 GPW, but now it's going to get better. And he packs his tools really, really good. And I've been to his facility, and I've been to his shipping department. And his shipping department we have a nice spot here too, but he's really got a nice setup. He's got one of them little push out the door with the conveyor belts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, why don't we have one of those?
Because we're more of a store now.
Always wanted a conveyor belt. All right, let's talk tools.
Don't turn into Amazon.
No. Hey, listen, we're sitting here. People want to talk about tools, and we're not talking about
Yeah,
tools.
you talked about one tool so far.
It's been 10 minutes.
Oh, man, I'm ready
You're
to wrap this
wasting
up.
their good quality time.
You're right. Okay, listen. Let's talk tools. Okay. So if you made it this long, let's talk tools. Maybe you can condense it a little bit, so we can get right to the tools. Hot products. Okay. This is the Calvian 5-piece door panel trim remover tool set. And how much is this?
I think it's $39.
And then we have it in green for $49.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, they're a little more money, but they're green. This is the JDTCo one. It's actually, we had these made for us. They put a logo on there for us and everything. Okay, because that's the kind of relationship we have with the people we deal with. You want
We don't
them?
have a lot of those sets left. Do we have the green?
We got a handful. Nobody we have, Nick?
Handful?
We got a handful. So, blue or green? And I know you guys like green, so I'm going to do a quick shout out for my products also. Our battery cable cutters that are how much? Nick hasn't done his homework. Nick
forgot.
hasn't done his homework. Off the reels, guys. But we'll scroll all the prices. Nick, scroll.
You should know
Nick,
the prices.
scroll. I drive a tool truck. If you're in my tool truck, I know the price of this. I know the price of this. Because I'm in a store, you got to know the price of this and this because you put it in an envelope. Me, I hand deliver it. And talking about green, I still have some of these left. These are our, what do you call these things? Soft jaws. For your vise, you don't want to scratch something up. Put the old soft jaw on there. How much are these?
$12.
Scroll that one too.
No.
Is it hard to scroll?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Is it really?
Very annoying.
Oh, okay. Shit, my bad. So this morning I said to Joe, anything in the current news you want to talk about? Because I like to talk about current events too. Because I know you guys like tools, but I like talking about current events and myself. And he goes, World War III.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't watch enough news.
You really might want to. You're at the draft age. Fun time to be alive, boys and girls. Fun time to be alive. Well, hey, listen. The good news is JDTCo is going to be here for the long run. If you need, we got to rebuild stuff. We'll be here to sell tools to rebuild. Okay, I got to turn that frown upside down. I always think about the positive end. Hand me lemons, I'll make you lemonade. Right?
Well, you made it through the Cold War, right? You were open in '85, right?
I made it through the Cold War. The Cold War was way easier than this was. Oh my God. Anyway, listen. There's a couple crazy people in leadership roles. Whether it's us or them, they're both crazy. And then you put in Korea, he's really out of mind. And then we got China, who's just like, we doing this or what?
That's why we just sell tools.
Oh my God. Okay, listen.